Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think you'll have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
And we won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this? How you cannot go
baby,
here?
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled to
who are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah. Boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how is everybody doing? Come on in. It is Friday, you guys, and we're right here and we're on time. Thank you, Sonia Watts, being the first one in the chat. Once again, I sent you a little note there. Said got something coming your way. Look out for it. First of all, you guys, I want to thank you guys for showing up. I see Tina Powers in the building. She's second one. I got to. So we're done with our Christmas giveaway. All the cards are out there. All your money is sent to you. If you didn't get it, don't worry, because I just got everything done today. So don't worry. If you send back talking about I ain't got mine, it ain't there yet. It'll get there. Hey Amari, how you? The OK Lounge is in the building. How you doing, Cherie? How you doing, Candy Richardson? I see you in the building. Lisa Taylor, yours is in the makings. Yours is at the post office too. Gail, how you doing? I see you in the building. And Ruby Turner, I see you in the building. How you guys doing? Come on in. C is in the building. How you doing? What's going on? And Freddie Johnson is in the building. So we got, okay, interaction. This is for the mods. So we got Sanja, Tina, and then I guess, let me see. I think Lisa Taylor was next. So Lisa think Lisa Taylor was next. Lisa, Sanja, Tina, Lisa T, and then Freddie. Okay. How's everybody doing? Welcome. Come on in. K Solo's in the building. How you doing? So we're going to be talking about this young lady. Her name is Allisha Watts. Allisha Watts. And she lives in the Carolina area. Actually, let me see. I think it's Charlotte, in the Charlotte area, okay? I got some friends and family over there in North Carolina that I talk to them on almost a daily. You guys, hey Paula, how you doing? I see you in the building. Miss Philly G, your stuff is in the mail, is getting to you. How's everybody doing? This is good because today is August the 4th, you guys, and it is beautiful. It is beautiful. It's a little hot outside, but it's cool. It's good. Things is changing. Things is going good. I'm gonna tell you guys, we're finna go ahead and build up our channel back again. So I need you guys to hit that button, like the live, hit it, and share the live. Now, if you're not sharing, then hey, this is going to be especially for our mods interaction. We're giving 2 mods on our Christmas giveaway. They're going to get something automatically. And this is just for the mods. Because the mods is, hey, I can't pay them. So, the mods are there to help you guys navigate through this situation so you guys will not be making some terrible mistakes. Okay? So that's what they're there for. And so they'll help. Some people just keep mods around and they switch them around. I like the mods that we have. And I always want them to know that I appreciate them. So I can't give it to all. So, we just, their name is going to be in a bucket. And at the end of the giveaway on Christmas, we're going to pick the 2 mods that interacted more than anyone else. You come in here on time, you get you get your name in. The first 5 mods that's in there, because I think we got like 12 mods. So the first 5, you get your name in there. So that gives you one. If you get up on the panel, you get you one. You call in, you get you one. And then that is not a ticket. That's a ticket for just the mods, because we're going to have a giveaway for the mods. Yes, today is Sincere birthday, and we want to say happy birthday to Sincere. That's the one of the boys, the California City boys that came up missing that they never found. And they have convicted and found guilty the foster parents, Trezell and Jacqueline. And I don't know what they got sentenced yet. If anybody know what they got sentenced, you can call on in. So I do have to get a book together, but I'm making my little notes starting today. We should have started on the 1st of the month. And this is just our 2nd time coming on. We came on Wednesday on the 2nd, and we're coming on today. But anyway, you guys, yeah, I know. Yeah, Sincere's birthday. So anyway, let's talk about this young lady that came up missing. She came up missing on July the 18th, and I've been trying to just gather all the information. And you know what's so weird? She came up missing July the 18th. Her and her boyfriend was seen on the 16th. The last ping on her phone was at his house. Her car was seen at his house on the 18th. And then he drove an hour away and was found in her car. She had a Mercedes, a blackish gray. What it looked to me, it was like a black Mercedes. I could be wrong because, I'm a little colorblind a little bit, but it looked to me like it was a black Mercedes. Yeah, Allisha with 2 L's. A-L-L. It's like Allisha. And so let me read to you guys what they're saying, because you guess what? Even though that this happened July the 18th, guess what? There's no information out there. Only information is she came up missing, and nobody's. They're starting to look for her. Oh, did you get that? What's going on with you? I got work tonight. Popeye, you can hand it to me now. Thank you. Huh? It is. It'll cool off. Thank you. My man thinking about me. Ain't that something? He thinking about me. So let me share with you what they're saying, because the family was a little bit upset. Nobody was really speaking on this case. And so I felt kind of bad because, we do want to put our face out there and let everybody know that, hey, we do look for more than just children, but they're not getting a lot of coverage. And we understand how this works. We know that, if you say something and somebody else say something and people start going to those channels that say something and other channels pick it up saying, hey, this is something that maybe we need to talk about too, and then it starts spreading like wildflower, whatever, then the news will start picking it up more, putting it out there, and then it becomes viral. And so therefore, you guys share the live. We're going to talk about this young lady because we want everybody to know what she looks like and what's going on in North Carolina. So it starts off that, like I said, this girl came up missing on July the 18th. Her and her boyfriend she been dating this guy. His name is Dunmore. His name is James Dunmore. Okay. James Dunmore. And she was been dating him for a whole year. And they just found out he's got a long record of abduction, stalking, and some domestic violence and stuff. But let's just read what they're saying. So when they found the car, they was looking for her in her car. So they found the car. Guess what? Guess what was in her car? He was in her car, parked at a DMV. And they said he wanted to commit suicide. You guys hear what I said? He wanted to commit suicide. Why would he want to commit suicide? Because he done something. So anyway, the family's reaching out to him and everything. But I'm going to read this little part for you guys, because if you didn't know, now you know. And we all can start pulling information. When you get information, come in here and share it with everybody. So a car belonging to a woman reported missing from the Charlotte was being driven by her boyfriend when troopers found it. According to her family, the troopers said that they found her boyfriend, unresponsive man. They didn't know what his name was. They just found an unresponsive man on July the 18th, exactly 1 week ago, in the parking lot of the Anson County DMV office along Highway 74. He was taken to a local hospital, and the car he was driving was left at the DMV. The next day, Allisha Watts was reported missing in the Charlotte area. Okay. The family members told the police she was last seen on July the 16th in Charlotte. Her family said that Watts, the young lady, was last seen. Her family said that Watts, 39, was last seen leaving her boyfriend's home in University City. Detectives said he was the man they found in her car. Wow. So the police says, will not say whether he's a person of interest or a suspect. They're now saying he is a person of interest, but they're not saying he's a suspect. I was going to put his picture out there, but they have not said he is a suspect. They're saying he's the person of interest because he's the last person that's seen this Allisha Watts. Then on July the 20th, 2 days after finding the car, the sheriff's office learned about Watts' missing person report. They also learned that the car at the DMV office was registered to her. Deputies searched the car and the surrounding areas for Watts, but were unable to find her. Yeah, it looks like a black Mercedes. It's cute too. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. The car was towed for processing. Hey, Avalanche, how you doing? Everything's in the mail, coming your way. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Hey, Ruby Turner, what's going on? So the family and friends growing more desperate to learn what happened to Watts' search along a rural road near Wadesboro on Tuesday. Somebody said something about Wadesboro on Tuesday. Somebody said something about, who said something about Wadesboro? Somebody was in here and somebody said it. Oh, there we go. Behind the airport road. Oh, you own this case. Okay. I see you. Okay, so Stephanie Johnson, a close friends to Watts, wouldn't say what led them there, but they are looking for any signs of her. Her family misses her. Johnson said her father and her mother are looking for her desperately. Her sister, her friends, we just want Allisha home. The family told the news they learned about the updates in the case through our reports. Investigators find abandoned SUV in search for missing toddler. Okay. I was amazed because the police is not keeping the family up to speed or what was going on or where they were at in the investigation. The family said with each day that passed, they worry even more. She is not the type of person that would just leave and disappear and not have contact with her family and her friends. She loved and we want her home. So the sheriff's office in Anson says asking anyone with information about Watts to call them. Okay. If they question, medic says that if they question the boyfriend and they said they aren't confirming anything more at this time. Okay. Wow. What you guys think about that? Let me see here what they got. Yeah, they just now really coming out, starting to look for this woman. Now, some people were saying that the reason why they're not looking for this young woman is because of what Carly did. That's not the case, you guys. This is how they've been doing it. This is a real case right here. You know, you come out, they didn't, this is how they do it. Some people say, what makes some cases more important than other cases? Well, there's not a baby involved in this one. There is just not. Some people get mad at me because I say the truth. There's not a white baby involved. That would make it a little bit more a priority. But I told you guys that. So I mean, I'm not going to say it anymore. You guys know. If you don't know, this is a beautiful woman I'm seeing here. Oh, I didn't know that this is a beautiful woman. I should have put this picture up there. Wow, that's pretty. Pretty woman. Pretty beautiful woman. Out of all the pictures, this one is a beautiful one. So, yeah. So anyway, So they found that. Let's go a little bit more deeper. Let me go a little bit more deeper for y'all. So Allisha's boyfriend had domestic violence case on him. I wanna find that domestic violence. I want to read his report so we all know. Man, that's a beautiful picture of her, and it just left, you guys. I want to get that picture of her, but my phone is doing some crazy. Warrants shed new lights on investigation. Who is Allisha Watts? Moore County. Allisha Watts, not in national-wide database for missing people. Oh, she's not in the national-wide database for missing people? Wow. See what I'm saying? Yeah, Soldier Girl, your stuff is on the way. Hey, Passion B, what's going on? Let me see. Okay, well, my phone is playing tricks. My phone is definitely playing tricks on me. Let me see what they're saying here. Because they definitely... It don't look good. No, it don't. They found a shell casing in front of the boyfriend's house, and they can't find the boyfriend nowhere. The boyfriend is nowhere to be found. He done got out of the, they have certain units that they have at the hospital when you want to commit suicide. You want to hurt yourself or you want to hurt somebody. And he probably was like, yeah, It says shell casings, allegations of domestic violence report at the home where Allisha Watts was last seen. Channel 9 Curtis have been combing through documents to learn what happened in the weeks leading up to Allisha. Search warrants say Watts was last seen with her boyfriend, James Dunmore, on July the 16th. Let me see. A police report from July the 20th, one day after Watts was reported missing, indicates that officers found a shell casing from a 9mm gun outside of a home at 1633 Pamela Drive, where Watts were last seen. So they even gave the address to this guy's house. Outside the home of 1633 Pamela Drive, where Watts was last seen. In the video at the top of this page, Courtesy breaks down more detail, including more allegation. Allisha Watts' boyfriend had domestic violence order filed against him, and they removed it. They removed it. Oh, my God. They're not letting us see it. Okay, that's cool. They just told us it's out there. So let's see. Yeah, he was married. Yeah. I know one thing that was in the report. I guess it was with his wife. He punched her. and kicked her, and a lot of verbal, abuse. She was like, let me get away from this lunatic. See, that's what you got to do. Everybody's talking about that Mega Million. Okay, let's look at this other case right here. The same case. Detectives with the Charlotte police are trying to find Allisha D. Watts, who was last seen on July the 16th leaving a home on Pamela Lorraine Drive. We know it's 1633. Law enforcement returned to home of missing Cornelius girl. Okay. Family members are concerned for her safety. She visits Charlotte to see family regular. You can't just because you want a boyfriend, just dating anybody. They say, why she's not in the nationwide database? That's kind of disturbing. The dude is full of surprises. Oh yeah, that's kind of really disturbing. Oh, they're giving me the headlines, but give me the news. Oh God. Give me the news. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. This dude is full of surprises. Is Dene? Dene. Dene. It's Dene. Hey, good evening, Zena. How you doing? So anyway, I'm trying to see. The return. No. Okay. See, when I try to go in there, I lost seeing. Okay, this is what the cousin says. Oh God. The only time she missed is the time that she has worked every other weekend. Okay. Let's see. Family members are concerned. She visits Charlotte always. And the only time she missed is the times that she has to work every other weekend, said Gwendolyn Watts, her cousin. Her cousin said the home on Pamela Lorraine Drive is where Watts' boyfriend lives. I last saw my cousin Allisha Watts Sunday. I was coming from church. Me and my family and her boyfriend was coming out, and they were getting in the car as if they were going somewhere. Lee said Watts came to Charlotte that weekend with specified plans in her mind. That's the same day that we were having the event. We were supposed to attend at the comedy show that she never showed up at, Lee said. That is why Lee filed a police report. Watts of Moore County was seen in her black 2023. Oh my God. That's a beaut. She got a 2023 Mercedes-Benz. That woman, she had it going on, didn't she? Mercedes-Benz GLC 300, possibly headed towards Moore County. The vehicle was found on July the 18th in Anson County, but Watts was not with it, police said. My cousin was a dedicated person. She would never not show up to her job. So when Monday approached and she never showed up to her job and her employer started calling, we knew for a fact it was something wrong. Call 911 if you have any information. We just hope that she is okay. Yuli said, that's our main focus right now. We need to locate her. She was 39. 39 with a 2023 black Mercedes. He was seen in it. He wasn't only just seen in it, he was knocked out at the DMV. He probably couldn't even kill himself, so he was just sitting in, he was unresponsive at the DMV in the parking lot. They took him to the hospital because he tried to commit suicide. You know, and then he got out the hospital and now they can't find him. I'm just telling y'all. Family, friends offer support in search. You know, she got this flag behind her in her picture. So I wonder if she used to be in the Army or the Reserves or something. So who is Allisha Watts beyond a face on a missing persons poster? Watts from Moore County vanished 11 days ago, leaving friends and family puzzled. Her car was found in Anson with her boyfriend passed out inside. Has learned from a source there are no active searches. What? There was no active searches, and this was in July the 27th. There's no active searches for her in Anson County. However, on Wednesday, police searched her boyfriend's house in University City. That's also where Watts was last seen. I see why the family is really mad and said they'd go look for her themselves. This is not fake news, you guys. I just want you guys to know. Watts' cousin Gwilyn told them she saw that first. She saw that search firsthand. Utterly also shared more about her beloved cousin with White. She was getting ready to open up a group home. She's a driven person. It's nothing too much that I don't know about Allisha, she added. Lee and Watts are glued to the hips. They grew up together as first cousins, but their bond is much stronger than that. It was like sisters, you know, very close, she said. She has deeply missed that sister-like relationship over the last 11 days. My main concern right now is get Allisha back home. Lee said she and her cousin had plans to attend a comedy show in Charlotte on July the 16th. The night she was last seen, Watts never showed up at the venue. It just wasn't normal. That's not her, Lee said. She described to White what she did next. I came back home. Allisha's car was still there at her boyfriend's house, parked in the same spot. Police in Annis County said 2 days later, they found Watts' boyfriend passed out in her car at the Department of Motor Vehicle office. A source told Channel 9 it first came in as a medical call and they found her boyfriend incoherent. He was taken to the hospital. Lee said earlier this week she sent a message to Watts' phone hoping for a response. We're going to keep a positive note that she's going to be found, she said. On Wednesday night, Channel 9 was there as detectives searched Watts' boyfriend's home with Lee's hope could lead to a clue on Watts' whereabouts. I really feel like they went through his house with a fine-tooth comb because they were out there for a while, she said. While Lee feels the search in University City is a step forward in the investigation, she's calling for anyone with information to speak up. God lay it on their heart to open your mouth and say something that would be a great help to us, she said. Friend Stephanie Johnson thinks the search of the home should have been done sooner. It should have done last week when they found him in the car, unresponsive, Johnson said. Johnson also said her friendship with Watts goes beyond just friendships. I feel like in life you meet many people. Sometimes it's not blood, it's the bond that you build with the person that makes them become family, said Johnson. Johnson said she first met Watts when Watts was 15 years old. The two eventually bonded as sisters at the store Johnson owns in the Moore County town of Southern Pine. So Johnson is a store owner. So she's around positive people, you guys. We need somebody to work the store. And my husband was like, Allisha would be a good candidate for that. And ever since then, she was there 5 years with us, Johnson said. Johnson recalled the last time she spoke with her beloved friend, which was only a few days before family members reported last seeing Watts. She was just talking about her weekend, Johnson said, what she had planned to do, chopping it up about the business. As CEO of Inspired Vision Support Services, Watts is described as someone who is dedicated after turning a rough childhood into a life of giving back. She is a CEO of Inspired Vision's support system. So she helps people that are going blind, that are blind. Okay. Watts is an advocate for people with mental health issues and the elderly. Johnson and the elderly. Told you, you guys. She always spoke up for people that weren't able to speak up for themselves, Johnson said. That's why I feel so compelled to speak up for her now. It's weird how her job ain't even said anything or put out a reward for her or anything. We also learned the North Carolina Department of Public Safety joined the search for Watts. We asked if the North Carolina Center for Missing Persons was involved in the search, and a spokesperson responded that the Aviation Department assisted with a helicopter search for Watts. As of right now, the center does not have an active alert for Watts on its website. Wow. And it is, where is Allisha? Okay, that is it. Carolina. People in Carolina. Boy, boy, boy. Carolina is something else. Okay, we're going to do this. Who is Allisha Watts, the Moore County woman who vanished? So she's a CEO. Watts from Moore County. Okay. We're just trying to see. Let's see what else they say on here. And they got her stuff all chopped up that you got to look at other stuff. Yeah, she's a leader. Watts' cousin Gwendolyn told Channel 9, Amia White, she saw that search firsthand. She's a driven person. There's nothing too much that I don't know about her. Let me see. They're saying you don't have to worry about going to Facebook trying to find any information about this James Dunmore or whatever his name is. I think it's James Dunmore, because he's not a social media person. I hate to say this, but I'm going to say this, you guys, okay? This is why you don't mix business with pleasure, okay? You know, you get to work and somebody's like, hey, and they're looking at you and they're giving you these eyes and everything. And so you already know what time it is. They're interested and, and things of that nature. But let me tell you something, especially if you like a nurse. You know why? Because it gets kind of really cloudy when you're trying to do your job and then they get mad at you because they want time or they want you to call them and you already know you're not supposed to be doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so it can get really messy. But and this is just my thinking, because I'm going to put myself out there and say, exactly, Marie. She says, I pray Allisha be found safely. Exactly. That's what we want. Exactly. But I'm thinking, even though that they dated for a year. Hey, Karen Martin, how you doing? It's been said she had a friend or a cousin on the same block, and her cousin introduced them. Yeah, the cousin did say that. The cousin also said that he had seen James Dunmore with a woman, and he had told the cousin he wasn't married. Like, that was not, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't married. So this woman here, let me see if there's anything other than she just saying the same thing. She sent her a message, hoping to find a response. We're going to keep a positive note. On Wednesday night, detectives was there searching the boyfriend's home that could leave a clue. I really feel like they went through his house to find tooth comb. God lay it on their heart. That's how you're going to have to pray, too. You have to ask God to step in there. There, even one of James's kinfolk or cousins wrote a note to James and told him, now is the time for you to tell us what happened to Allisha. You guys, you understand what I'm saying? Let me open up this, because the time is just a ticking, you guys. Ticking, ticking, ticking. And so, you know how sometimes, let me pour this in here. Oh, come on. I'm spilling stuff all over my desk here. But it's all good. I worked really hard today. And I can't believe somebody even thought about me today. It's much appreciated. It was some woman came back to get something out of her car at the DMV. Soldier girl, what you talking about? She only knew him a few weeks, and flags were all over the place. They thought he was weird. They said earlier that they dated for a whole year. What y'all talking about? I thought they dated for a whole year. She's been dating this guy for a whole year. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Am I missing it? Am I missing it? I'm missing it. So let's see here. So I want to know. Yeah, his name is Dunmore. I want to know about James Dunmore. So let's go in here and put in James Dunmore. Let's see here. Is that what made you snap? Sister of Allisha Watts sends stern letter to Watts' boyfriend. Okay. So is that what made you snap? Sister of Allisha Watts sends stern letter to Watts' boyfriend. Allisha Watts, okay. The sister of missing Moore woman, Allisha Watts, issued a letter to Watts' boyfriend, James Dunmore, saying her family is hurt from not knowing what happened to their loved one in newly obtained documents from NBC affiliated. A Dunham courthouse granted a protective order to a woman claiming to be Dunmore's wife. The woman, who is not being named by the Charlotte News, requested a protective order back in March of 2023. It was then filed in Dunham County on April the 9th. In the complaint, In motion, the woman checked the box for spouse and complained of a domestic violent relationship. He must have been living with this woman. Because I'm going to tell you something about these domestic violent things. You got to be living with them or just lived with them. Defendant has previously been physically violent towards me on multiple occasions, she wrote, holding me down so I couldn't breathe and driving essentially like he would kill us both, among others. Defendant has made threatening statements that make me fear for my life. Dunmore was served on May the 13th with the Dunham court decision granting the order effective May the 23rd. It says Dunmore should not commit any further actions of domestic violence or make any threats of domestic violence. Other recent documents showed that Charlotte police investigators were looking for evidence of murder when they searched Dunmore's home. Last week, the 39-year-old woman was last seen July 13th leaving his home. They had tickets to go to the comedy show at Bojangles. Now, see, my girlfriend always talk about Bojangles Coliseum that night, but Watts' family members said they never made it to the show. Dunmore was last found unresponsive inside a Watts Mercedes-Benz at the Department of Motor Vehicle office in Anson County on July the 18th. Watts' family reported her missing on July the 19th. Dr. Alex, a criminologist with 25 years of experience, told the Charlotte News a change in classification from a missing person case would allow for various other resources. That doesn't mean that the person has died. It doesn't mean that we couldn't be pleasantly surprised that the victim is found alive somewhere. Once they found him inside the car, all bets are off in terms of having to wait. At that point, you have got someone that attempt to kill himself inside the vehicle of a missing woman that was reported missing a few days ago. So all hands on deck at that point. We have been devastated ever since the horrifying news broke about her disappearance, Tammy Watts said, her youngest sister. So many questions that we will never get answers. However, we can't seem to get past the most prevalent question of them all. What happened to Allisha? Our hearts hurt daily from not knowing the answers our friends and family and devoted communities deserve it. So the police said Wednesday that there is an active and ongoing missing persons case related to Watts, but there are no new developments at this time regarding her whereabouts. Multiple agencies are working alongside the department, ongoing anyone with information to call 911. Yes. I've been through every domestic abuse situation except death. Okay. So Utley shared a copy of her letter with the Charlotte Wednesday. And the first part she shared, she's thankful for everyone's prayers and support during the difficult time. The rest of her letter is directed towards Dunmore. This is what she said. She said, my sister loved you unconditionally. The letter reads, your lies and your deceit have a funny way of catching up with you. And just when the veil had been removed from my sister's eyes, she started to see the real you. You that what made you snap. Dunmore has not been charged with anything at this time. Utley ended her message to him by saying it all could have been prevented. You could have just simply walked away and we would still have our beloved sister, daughter, friend, and beloved activist for our community. You reap what you sow, and so shall you reap. She signed the letter as her sister's keeper. Utley also wanted to point out that the family doesn't have a GoFundMe page set up for Watts, nor do they plan to start one. She says, while other organizations have solicited donations, Utley warned none of those have been organized by the family of Allisha Watts. She just wants y'all to know. So, when people start going, they just want some money, No. I want to know. I keep saying I want to know about what that boyfriend got on his chart. I put his name in and all I see is Allisha's stuff. Let me see if this will tell us right here. It says James Dunmore, Allisha's boyfriend, emerged as a suspect as he allegedly has a history of abusive behavior towards Watts. Dunmore has repeatedly been charged with domestic violence in the past. They're talking about this is towards Watts, you guys. This is not talking about his wife now. So, domestic violence in the past through authorities have not provided any specifics about the incident. The alleged victim of the domestic violence incident also remains undisclosed. Oh my. It says Dunmore, Allisha Watts' friends Blue said that she saw Dunmore exhibit signs of disturbed behavior in the past. Blue said that while she had not witnessed any explicit violent behavior on Dunmore's part, his behavior was still concerning. There were several things he would do. We're talking about the boyfriend right now. We're just getting into this, so he has DV against her. There were several things he would say or do to us that was controlling, but to her it was, he loves me. Oh, my. That's what we say, he loved me. Some neighbors in the area said they didn't know much about Dunmore, as he said to lead a fairly private and closed-off life. Dunmore neighbors said that Dunmore was helpful and that she had no reason to be particularly suspicious of him. She did admit, though, that she didn't really know him. He's a guy that you'll see around in person, but he's not on social media at all. Blue said that at the time of her disappearance, Watts had only recently met Dunmore. Watts was supposed to come to Charlotte for a comedy show and decided to stay with her boyfriend on July the 16th. She was last seen driving towards Dunmore house in her Mercedes-Benz. On July the 18th, authorities found James Dunmore unconscious in Watts' vehicle. Authorities probed the bizarre case and eventually reported Watts missing on July the 19th. They revealed in a police report that at this point, Dunmore was considered a person of interest, but no other details about his potential involvements was revealed. She is not the type of person that would disappear and leave and not have no contact with her family she loved, and we want her home. Stephanie Johnson, a friend of Allisha Watts, said that she does not believe that Allisha would willingly leave her friends and loved ones. So I guess the family is like, can she just walk away and just... Dunmore got kidnapping charges, assault, and domestic violence for a previous girlfriend before Allisha. Well, he just got the domestic case with his wife. We just read it. Wasn't it April 2023? You're like April, May, June, July, 4 months. And Allisha and him has been together for a year. So that tells you he's mad at his wife because his wife don't want him. Allisha is his girlfriend. I tell y'all all the time, y'all, y'all want to deal with those married men, and then y'all get mad at me. Because I tell you, don't do that. I only gonna tell you something when I know for a fact that it ain't gonna work out the way you think it's gonna work out. It just don't do that. You know? Mm-hmm. Yes, they did report it. Easier said than done walking away. I know. Yeah. It's very, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It's easy to walk away. It's not what it's what you want. Some people, when you walk away, yeah, the person may follow. You got to really walk away. You can't sit there and play with these people. Like, oh, I'm not going nowhere. My family's here. I'm just gonna stay. That man will hunt you down. If you leave where he, you know what I'm saying? You can't just trust me. You cannot just stay around a person thinking that as soon as they find you, everything's gonna be hunky-dory. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta stay out of sight. You can't just get up and walk out the house and say, well, I'm gonna go to the store down the street. You in a small town. They gonna see you. You get out of town. And you don't tell nobody. You don't tell your friends. You don't tell your family. You don't do that. If you want to call family, you can call family, but you don't tell them where you at. You just be missing. The police know that you ain't missing. But this woman, this do not look good, you guys. I just don't want Noah close to me. After all I've been through it, it's hard for me to trust. If they say that they are going to kill you, believe it, because that's what they will do. If he cheats on his wife, he will surely cheat on you. I learned it's a losing game year ago. No married man. Okay, come on. You learned that? You learned. No married man. No. Okay, it is losing, because here's the thing. If you do get him and he's married, he's gonna do the same thing to you. You may take him from his wife. If you do that, which is really hard because she done got time, she's invested, they might have kids, they done been through heck and high water, and you already know that God says when he put two together, let nothing cometh under, nothing should come between, not even the law can come between it. Did you not know that? The law even recognized God saying, don't do that. But if you think, oh, you got a good booty, oh, you got big booty, oh, you got this, you got money, you got a nice car, you think, oh my God, no. You got everything going against you. Everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. And it looks bad for women, other women. Go get your own. If he didn't say, I'm committed to this woman for the rest of my life, I understand. Guess what? It's all fair game. Let him go pay for that divorce if he want to be with you. Let him go get a divorce if he want to be with you. Then you better wait a year, because he going to show you something. Because whatever he didn't take out on that woman, he going to take it out on you. You going to wish you had. You going to be like, I wish I would have left that nut. I'm not going to call people no fool, y'all. So I'm going to call him a nut. But you're going to say, I wish I would have left that nut alone. I wish I would have left that nut uncracked. But you thought it was good. Mm-hmm. Trust me. I know all about it. And I ain't judgmental. I'm just telling you. I told my girlfriend this one day. I said, look here, honey. I said she told me she was gonna date this guy. First thing, he was getting out of jail. I said, red flag. Why you think he's with you? He's in jail. He's in prison. Oh, he's getting out. Okay, but he's got a wife. Oh, she ain't there for him like I'm there for him. I talk to him every night. Sometimes he'll call and she won't answer the phone for weeks or whatever. Girl, let me tell you something. Let me share something with you. Why you thinking you're a better woman than this woman? Because that's what you're telling me. You're a better woman than this woman that got kids and married to this man. And she like, I go and visit him and I send him money and he tells me he loves me and when he get out, we're going to be together. And, and I'm like, let him go back to his wife. Because if she left him while he was down and out, it was a reason. And when he come out, he going to hunt her down because she already know what he's all about. Because if he went to prison and knowing he got a kids and a woman, a wife, he already showed you he wasn't worth it. And she know it. Because guess what? When you're married, y'all stick it out. Y'all eat ramen noodles together. You know? And if it was a good man and he went down, what? To pay the bills, get the kids something to eat, she would stay behind him because that's what women do. If he was a good man, if she took off and she was like, I'm going to go play over here, I'm going to play over there, well, the woman went and found another woman, okay? She was like, she ain't even interested in man, she ain't interested in this woman. I said, so now you're going to take her husband and you're going to treat him like, she was telling me, like all the bad things that this woman did. She cheated on him. And he told me all about it. She got a woman. Blah, 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 blah. So you know what I told her? She said, what you think? I told her, you need to run. You need to run as fast as you can away from him. Let him stay in the town that he's in and you stay in the town. Girl, leave that man alone. That man's a married man and is no good. You know what? She got mad at me. And we didn't talk no more for a long time. She moved out of town to be with this man as soon as he got out. Got an apartment and everything, paid for a full year. Miss Annette Carter says he loved her. He talked too much about his wife with his lying butt. Exactly. I sure will, Miss Tina. I got the wrong phone in my hand. But I'm trying to tell y'all this story real quick. She moved up to that town, which was way away. And he got out. And they dated, and she seen him because they don't just let him out. Sometimes they put him in a halfway house and all this other stuff. Okay, so domestic documents reveal new information about boyfriend. Okay, let's hear it. Okay, we're going to hear it in a minute. So anyway, oh my goodness. But anyway, the boyfriend got out and he went right back to his wife. hurt her bad. I'm going to share something else with you guys. You know, she got hurt so bad because it wasn't, she told me, it wasn't that I didn't believe what you were saying. I just knew that he had something good in him. Where was it at? If his wife couldn't get it out of him, what made you think that you had this super coochie that you was going to get it out of him? Coochie is coochie, you guys, okay? Just like water is water. Some water tastes a little bit different, but it's still water. It's still going to do the same thing, you know? So anyway, she moved back home and everything was great. She got on with her life. She was hurt. She was devastated. She couldn't believe how foolish she was. Now, we all been foolish around a man before. Not all of us, but some of us. But I know I have. So I can talk on it because I've done some stupid stuff too. Because you're thinking, oh, if a man is already in his divorce proceedings, then surely he's done with her. And yeah, you know, and I see some good men. But no. Like I said, once he gets a divorce, you wait a while. But anyway, this man, she looked in the newspaper and his face was all across the newspaper. This is a year after she done left him. Well, she didn't leave him. He basically left her and went back to his wife. But he killed 2 women. Didn't kill his wife, though, but he killed 2 women. They was his girlfriend. I'm laughing because you dodged the bullet, sweetheart. That's what you did. Women needs to quit trying to compete with other women. I don't care how big and round your butt is, you still got the same thing down there. How big your tits is, you still got the same thing, okay? You know what I'm saying? The only good thing that men like, they like a good-looking woman, so when their friends see the good-looking woman, they can say, oh, she's good-looking. But as they get older, you hit 30, you know, things start going down south. You know, a man, normally, they want somebody without all the games, got a little respect for themselves, you know, appreciate life, you know, things like that. Stay at home, you know, cook, clean, take care of whatever kids they still got around, or, you know what I'm saying? Just living a life. They just want to live a life. They don't want to play all the game. They still going to look at all that stuff, but they already know. They old dogs now. Old dogs stay on the porch. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So I'm talking to the older women here. I'm not talking to no kids. I'm talking to older women. And as I was doing the things, and I was looking at people's addresses and stuff. Now, I didn't go check you out and see where you live or anything. But what I'm saying is, you know, this is a nice group of women. We're our age limit, when we look at the analytics, it's like 35 on up. Should be having yourself together, or at least getting it together. If you made 50 million mistakes, it's still okay. But as far as your mindset, that I'm not talking about, do you own this and do you have that, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your mindset. You should know better. Once you hit 30, you should know better. You should. And if you don't, you're foolish. I'm just being honest. You're foolish. You should be starting to get all your stuff together, start teaching your kids the right things and everything. You know what I'm saying? Nope, we're not answering that. So I'm hoping that this girl, and something tells me, and I don't know yet, but something tells me that this girl done dated, and I'm just saying this is what I just read enough to know this girl done dated somebody that she done met from work. Okay, That's just my thought about it. You guys, I don't know for that to be true, but I'm saying, where would you meet this nut at? Okay? And you, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear what they saying on this.
Friends and community members in Charlotte still actively searching for a missing Moore County woman, Allisha Watts. This comes as WRL has uncovered Watts' boyfriend has a violent past with several criminal convictions in Virginia. Hello, everyone. I'm Deborah Morgan.
And I'm Gerald Owens. WRL's Chelsea Donovan is in our studio now after examining those documents and speaking with her cousin, the last family member to see her. Chelsea.
Gerald, it's now been 15 days since Allisha Watts was last seen in Charlotte. It was her boyfriend, James Dunmore, who she was with. Her cousin told me today they were shocked and surprised to know that Dunmore has convictions for violent crimes, something they said they never would have guessed based on his demeanor.
So when she didn't show up at work that Monday, I knew something wasn't right.
Allisha Watts never made it to Siler City Monday, where her new business, Inspired Vision Support Services, is located.
Outside of a brief cut. She was amazing. She was a starlight.
Her cousin, Gwendolyn Utley, says she was the last person that saw Allisha and her boyfriend James Dunmore on Sunday, July 16th, before the couple planned to go to a comedy show.
When I last seen her, she was getting on a passenger seat of her car.
2 days later, however, Dunmore was found unresponsive in Allisha's black SUV in Anson County.
Where is Allisha? What did you do with her?
She believes Dunmore, whose whereabouts now are unknown, holds the key to where Allisha is.
Just the charges alone already let you know that now we're dealing with a criminal.
Dunmore has a lengthy and violent criminal history in Virginia. Court records obtained by WRAL show convictions for abduction, stalking, assault, and battery. The abduction from 2003 conviction carried a maximum prison sentence of 5 years.
It's obvious that they got a person of interest.
Lee Turner, former Raleigh police officer turned defense attorney, says police now must remain tight-lipped to not taint the investigation.
So I'm sure there's video that they're looking at. They're probably trying to track her cell phone and its location. And the fact that he's in her car at a weird location with her purse still there. I mean, there's just a lot of things that really, don't seem right with this situation.
Now, Charlotte police searched Dunmore's home in Charlotte last week. However, they haven't released any new information in this case, including, Gerald, where James Dunmore is or his condition. As we know, this is a big story out of Moore County, and folks are gathering actually tomorrow for a vigil there for her.
A very disturbing case.
Absolutely.
Okay. So there's something that popped out. I want to let you guys know. That's weird that they have her purse. The man was not only in her car, but her purse was in the car. The OK Lounge says some women like bad boys. It's weird. Yeah, I was one of them too. I liked bad boys too, because they're not boring, But that's not what you need. Your eyes got to be, not bigger than your stomach. That's not what you need. It's like kids with candy. Can't just eat candy. You got to eat food. So, you eat more food than candy, then you're doing the right thing. But you just can't eat candy because that's what you like. You can like something like that, but that doesn't mean you go get it and that's what you spend the rest of your life with. It's a bad boy. Some bad boys present as good boys in order to win the women's heart. You know a bad boy when you see a bad boy. They come off. You be like, I'm married. They be like, so what? I am too. Goodbye. Adios, amigos. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you wouldn't even say you married, they'd be like, oh, baby girl, don't worry. That's too much for me because I'm not baby girl. You learn to do better. I was married to a bad boy. Oh, my, yeah. Well, yeah. I've been there, done that. You know, it's wasted time. That's what I'm saying. It's wasted time. This does not sound like this is going to end well, you guys. We'll talk more about it. We're going to be looking for Allisha. Where's Allisha Watts? Find Allisha Watts. You guys come in here. If you can get information, get as much as information. See, this be nice where, you know, she's missing. And if Diesel was ready, we can go, hey, let's go down there for the weekend and go help search and look, you know. But, you know, Diesel's nowhere near ready. But we're still working on him to just calm down and quit jumping on everybody. He's still a baby in his mind. And I don't know when it's going to stop. I thought after 6 months it would stop. It's a year now, and it ain't stopped. It's unbelievable. He's just happy. Anyway, you guys, we're going to get off of here. And let's keep awareness of Allisha Watts. And we're going to get on here Monday, and we're going to talk about it. And you guys, I'll see you guys Monday at 3 p.m. Central Time. Be good, be safe, and be nice to each other.